Welcome back, fans and friends, for this upcoming video. Sort of a blast in the past. Uh, so 10 years ago or 12 years ago, the Hot Wheels Mattel came out with a series called Speed Machines. So in those days, the Speed Machines was way more varied. And why do I know this? Is because I have most of them. I don't have all of them. That was the last time they included Ferraris. As some people know, Barago has the sole and Maisto, I think, the exclusive distribution rights, so you will not find Mattel making any Ferraris or anybody else, Greenlight or anybody else for that matter. Anyway, why I bring that up is because here's the new Speed Machines, but this one is much narrower. There's only 5 of them, and perhaps there's more than one color morph, but if you go online, you take a look at the previous series of Speed Machines. This is around 2010 to 2012. There was at least 15 cars or 25 cars or something. And obviously 5 cars is way smaller a lineup, perhaps easier to collect. Anyway, so the purpose of this video then is to the second iteration for me anyway, Hot Wheels Car Culture FYP86 Speed Machines from Hot Wheels, obviously Mattel. This one is the Pagani Zonda R, and the reason I have that Pagani Zonda R is because this one is the Mattel's Basics from Hot Wheels. As you can see there, this one's made in Malaysia. This one, the other one in my hand, is probably made in Thailand. We will find out in 2 more seconds. And there we have it, made in Thailand. Anyway, this one's coming up. This one's coming up. There's quite a few. There's the exotic NVs and a bunch of Speed Tails, a bunch of other cars here. They didn't have this one on the shelf, so therefore I don't have it in here to display. Anyway, more or less here is the cut down version of the Speed Machines back. You have, obviously we know, there's the S10A release, special 10. Sold separately, collectors.com, all other fun stuff, Ford, Lamborghini, McLaren, and Pagani, as well as Porsche. For the 911 GT3. Somebody wants to get mad at 911. Anyway, obviously I've brought this up before, why you shouldn't be using these things for your sets. But anyway, so obviously last year made. And pretty much like I said, this is the rehash of that previous series. I mean, who doesn't reuse names and everything else? But hopefully I will keep this video nice and short. Everybody remembers how much I didn't like the basics one. Hopefully this one is vastly superior. So for the first thing is too, it doesn't have that matte black look, which I really did like. Everything else appears to be extremely similar, including the inability to see into the cabin. The windows are heavily tinted, if not entirely opaque. Yeah, pretty much near identical. It is about twice as heavy. The spoiler, it does say Pagani there. I guess I should basically cover the car first before I do any comparisons. There you have it. It is just the stamp piece into the base there for the spoiler. This is more, I think it's just a paint. There's no 2 parts to the car. This part is just the same as that, except for the plastic perhaps used for the windshield. Everything else is just repainted. 2-piece for the front spoiler. I thought that was damaged, but it appears that that is integral to the vehicle. It is in fact not damaged. There's a couple of scratches there, so I don't like that. Move to the other side of the vehicle. Pretty much identical to the other side. You have a Zonda R written on the side, the number 1. The standard kind of wheels for these premiums. And we have Pagani there on the spoiler, and I believe this Pagani is identical to the one on the other side. Air intake, nothing special, not even a gap. As we know, this is a mid-engine car. And we go to the back. There's I really do like this exhaust that Pagani does for a lot of their cars. This wraparound lights, top left, top right, like the eyebrows. It does look really nice. So in this one, I will do the comparison extremely soon. Like it's not worth talking about unless it is the comparison. And we can just see there how everything is a little bit less. It's the matte black. I enjoy the matte black on that car. It doesn't reflect it quite as much. But they have chosen the silver pearlescent paint for this one. So, and there we have, like I said, the front splitter, rear splitter, and that's pretty much the basics of this car. So how does it stack up to the basics version? Well, there you go. They look nearly identical. One of the huge issues I have with these cars specifically is the fact that you cannot see into the cabin whatsoever. You can see my head there in the reflection, but that's about it. Uh, and in fact, the gold covered wheels and the way they did the Zonda R, in fact, does look better. And that's the one thing they have done. They have moved the guy's signature from the back, and then they've put the Zonda R there. There is no signature whatsoever on this car, and the Zonda R is on the further far after the car. And you have the number one obviously on it. But I do like the gold-ish wheels better. It's not quite the premium type wheels, but I mean these premium wheels are used on a lot of their other cars, so there's nothing unique about them. So there we have it. It does look like this bottom part of the car is or in near identical to this one. And then just moving to the back, you get the two-tone for the premium. So there you go. That's the major difference you'll be getting. There is no lights, accents painted whatsoever on the basics one. However, the premium one doesn't get the Pagani written on the top there because it has two on the side. So the main differences you'll be getting are, like I said, on the back. And where Zonda is written on the side. But everything else is pretty much the same. And once again, there you have it. The Pagani Zonda is nearly identical from Thailand or Malaysia. It's just the basic versus, and you even have the HCT02 or 25 versus S10 and Mattel and Hot Wheels. So I believe the base is almost identical. So I want to say this one's a little bit heavier, but it's not heavier by much. And so there you have it. It's slightly less painted version of the car. It is pearlescent versus the matte black. The spoiler looks to be identical between the two cars. So I mean, really, if you do like this one better, I like this one better. This one just doesn't have enough to make it cost 3 times more. So unfortunately, if you do want to keep it in the package, that's fine. But as for the collector/user, unless you're super into the Speed Machine / Pagani Zonda, I don't know if it's worth to get this one, which doesn't look quite as good as that one. And it's almost identical too, like I said. Just the top part appears to be a little bit heavier. Everything else appears to be the same. The only thing they've changed here is Thailand versus Malaysia and the weights. So there you have it, fans and friends. It's even the same casting and year and everything else. So it's up to you, entirely up to you. Like I said, it's your money, it's your car. You can do whatever you want, unless you get your parents to buy for it. But anyway, this is the Pagani Zonda R from the Hot Wheels Speed Machines series 3 out of 5. Thomas from Toronto, and thanks for watching.